One game away, we're here in the NFC Championship game against the Minnesota Vikings. Winner goes to the Super Bowl. Obviously, we just had an insanely high-scoring performance against the Buccaneers. They didn't look terrible early, but then, they just weren't doing anything on offense, and their defense, without Jamel Dean, with lack of speed in general, never really had a chance against our wide receivers, and then we blew the game open, and then there was no chance. Of course, a couple of interceptions for touchdowns and whatnot. This team, Minnesota, it's built a little bit more evenly, I will say, not in a good way, because the Buccaneers were really good one side, but their other bad side was still just as good as this Vikings team, so we'll have to see how good they actually are, but they should have some pretty good players on offense, like Dalvin Cook and Justin Jefferson, and I would imagine that rookie quarterback is good because he looked like he was putting up numbers. This is what our team looks like. Obviously, not the best unit ever, but offensive line's like 80 across the board, pretty much. The skill position players are pretty damn solid, especially if you consider Fant a skill position, which if you're 92 overall with speed, you should probably be considered a skill position if you're on the offensive side of things. And then defensively, they're the guys, the boys. Chambers has been really good, and Marshall has played his role well. Jamal has been great this entire series, and the D-line, Red, has been ferocious. Edge has been a little, inconsistent, I will admit, but Brooks has been amazing, and Alexander's been, very aggressive, which is nice. Very good team, the best in football. Let's take a look at their team, see if there's any injuries, because obviously it played a pretty big factor for the Buccaneers. Would they have won? Probably not, right? Let's be honest, but not having Mike Evans, Godwin, and Jamel Dean is a pretty big thing to not have. But the Vikings, however, no excuses as they're completely healthy. Let's take a look at that Vikings team. Tony Foster, the superstar, 94 throw power, very accurate quarterback, 89 throw under pressure, break sack and play action's not great. But everything else that kind of matters, very solid, big, tall quarterback, so could take a hit probably. Running back, Dalvin Cook looking very good. Truck stiff arm isn't great, but spin and juke move specifically, very solid. Catching ability, not bad, and change direction with that athleticism is solid. Wide receiver one, as you would expect, Justin Jefferson going to do whatever you can to keep him around, and they did that. Look at his ratings. Outside of jumping, he's basically 9-9 everything. Obviously, athleticism as well, but, how many players can get that? Insane. Jacoby Myers, not a bad number 2. Kendrick Bourne, number 3, not bad. This team feels very familiar. Did we not lose to this team or at least struggle against them? O.J. Howard, obviously, he's not a bad player at all. Solid, fast tight end. Left tackle is pretty good. I would expect him to be a little bit better than this, though. I will say pass block finesse is awful. That is really a huge L. And then power blocking is bad for Ezra, so their guys are kind of backwards, which is not good for them, except for Chancellor. This guy's actually pretty damn good at power blocking, and then O'Neal is pretty much good at everything, except for, power blocking's a little iffy for him as well. X-Factor youngster in Joe Springs, short, but 91 power move, block shed like 75, 74 probably, decent athleticism, not bad at all. Harrison Phillips, are they in a 3-4 playing this guy there? Hey, he's talented, so what can you say? Horton, decent power move, really good block shed. They've got some good youthful players. This Vikings team obviously not known for its defense. Did a pretty good job of adding youthful talent. Danielle Hunter's still pretty good. Kendricks is still here in this universe many years down the line. Still feasible. Not the most athletic guy anymore, but still very feasible, very good. Asamoah, he's still not as good as Kendricks technically, even though he's faster. Zadarius Smith is still here, and he looks all right. 88 power move, 81 block shed. I would imagine he still has edge threat elites. Cornerbacks, faster than I would have expected. Booth at 93 speed, Dancer at 90. I would have expected both these guys to be like 2 or 3 less than where they are, so not bad there. Ricky Lofton's a little bit on the shorter side, but I probably would play him in the number 3. They're all kind of short, but he's at least more athletic. I will say he's a little more raw in man coverage, but zoned. 80 zone, not bad. Free safety, Lewis Seen looks really good. Zone coverage is decent. And then Cameron Curl, 88 speed, 87 zone. This team seems good, no? Now, this is saying that their offense really isn't the greatest. I would expect short and medium passes, so I'm going to go with short just because it will also help with the run. And then attacking them, I'm actually going to say run the ball because they seem a little undersized, no? They got a 253-pounder playing inside. I got to imagine that we can take advantage of that. But we have a hot opponent. Let's see exactly how hot. Oh, we simmed the practice, and they went up a little bit. Coach, you're going up against the Vikings this week, and they've been playing great football lately. Why would I ever insult them? I feel pretty good. They've looked unbeatable the last few weeks, but we have a locker room full of guys ready to step up to the challenge. We do. Why would you insult them? Like, what would the insult be like? Meh. They're not that great. I love how it says, beat them to steal their... is this a second ability slot? Oh, clutch timing to steal their momentum. Like it's like Space Jam or something. And there goes that. Not a bad upgrade with goal line stuff. Defenders with this ability use faster run shed moves for a better chance of shedding blocks within the 5-yard of the goal line. I mean, definitely could have been worse, but Swim Club / Speedster would have been better. Still, could have been worse, and I guess goal line, not that we really struggle there. Also, for weekly awards, Kalen Barnes, if you didn't know, had himself a week. As for all the abilities, you obviously know our abilities, but Justin Jefferson with Double Me, Outside Apprentice, and Route Tech, which is busted. Don't know if the AI uses Outside Apprentice, though. Probably not. Buy one, get one free, and Momentum Shift for Joe Springs. Dalvin Cook with Human Joystick. Jukebox. Okay. Tight out, quick draw. Lewis Scene Reach Elite. No outsiders. Didn't even know he was a superstar. Edge Threat Elite for Zadarius. And nothing for the Dwight Harris backup. Is Danielle Hunter not a superstar? Okay, I guess he's not. Oh yeah, we did have regression on for a season, so you maybe lost it. But looking at the stadium, it's beautiful. It's nighttime, or is it close? Was it nighttime, or was it close to nighttime? I couldn't really tell, but Christian Ponder at Tony Foster at quarterback does look like Christian Ponder though. That defense definitely vastly improved, but how improved? Is it ready just yet to face this absolute juggernaut of an offense? I kind of glued in on Metcalf's glutes. I'm just, my man's packing. What can I say? Sus as ever. Offensive line for Minnesota, though, not bad. Obviously, we talked about how they're a little opposite with the way they should be. Inside guys should be power, outside should be finesse, but at the same time, I'm trying to think of our ratings. A lot of our guys are power, aren't they? So technically, this is actually good for them because our interior, specifically with red, is finesse, and our outside is power, if I'm not mistaken. So this might be the one matchup where they're actually in benefit for those offensive linemen. They're probably used to getting smoked by teams that know what they're doing with development, but we have the opposite, and they have the opposite. So we'll see how that goes. And then our offensive line versus their defensive line. I mean, our offensive line is still young, but their D-line, outside of Zadarius, it's not the greatest yet. But we'll see what happens. That youngster they have does have pretty high power move, in fairness. But the key to this game is definitely our interior of the D-line winning and our offensive exterior on the offensive line winning, a.k.a. the tackles. That's the big battle in this one. And there is nobody. I thought he was just going to run all the way in. I didn't see a single soul coming up. I didn't see it. Of course, let's take a look at Tony Foster, who I'm pretty sure has been on the top of the leaderboards for quarterbacks for a couple seasons now. And, I mean, that seems kind of like it. Maybe a little bit higher on the interceptions, less on the touchdowns than expected. But this is a team that likes to run the ball. Still have Dalvin Cook, so he obviously would take some of those plays. And why does Howard look tired already? He was already 2 hands on the knees, bent over in the huddle instantly. They haven't even played a snap yet. Maybe he's a special teamer as well. I don't know. But what is he doing? Got Northcutt lined up, who doesn't usually see the field that much. And they're going to already get a nice play to the wide receiver. He gets a nice little stiff arm on top of it for 13. They're not really built for that. But at the same time, because of that, I wasn't expecting it. Still won't be. I mean, you can run that a billion times. I'm still not going to, key in on it. Milner going against Howard, huh? And, I just got beat, and, a lot of time to throw, which is kind of what we were worried about. 9 seconds on the throw is what it felt like. But 9 yards to Jacoby. We had a lot of players to cover. I thought we did a pretty good job. Let's see if Red wants to make a play. Another in motion. Once again, not really built for it, so I'm not going to fall for it too often. And there goes a nice play over the middle, looking like Irv Smith, but I do not believe that to be the case. What I do believe, though, is yet another first down. We'll say it's a little surprising for them to have Jacoby and Bourne, but who am I to judge? So far, it's looking pretty good. There goes Northcutt, and that could have been a late hit. I'm surprised they didn't call it, to be honest. Huge hit by Adams. Once again, injuries do exist. Haven't really seen a whole lot of them outside of Elton Jenkins and in that game, our opponent, but hit like that on Dalvin early, you never know. The backup running back is in. Brooks is going to get a free rush. No, he's going to get picked up by the guard all the time in the world. The throw, tries to throw it away, takes too long, and he's going to take the sack. We are 12. Crowd kind of getting into it a little bit now, especially on this 3rd and 13. Huge situation is honestly, they look like they were going to convert, continue the drive. They're going with straight vert. Speaking of convert, and Milner one-on-one does a really good job on Dalvin. Wasn't the hardest job in the world, but Milner is super tiny, so for him to have that role and nail it is still a win, even if he was put in a really bad spot, him being Dalvin. And that kick is going to be up and good. McManus wearing 24 is disgusting. Not a bad start for our opposing team, though. I mean, they looked really strong on that drive, and outside of no one open, coverage sack, they look like they're going to continue. And look at this. The special teams for both teams look awful. To the 33 for Caldwell. Really didn't have to do much to get there either. Both teams are terrible in special teams so far, but it is what it is, I guess. 41-19, 52-46. I mean, just a slinger. He's like Matthew Stafford with running ability. Or I should say more running ability. Let's not disrespect Stafford and his ability to truck big players. We've seen things, okay? And that's a nice move. Look at Kenneth. We should have wore these uniforms more often. They actually kind of look nice. What a beautiful move. Can't lie, at first it didn't look great, but it turned out to be great. I'm going to switch the side because I do want a double move from Metcalf. I'd rather throw it up to him if I was going to throw it up to anyone. I'm going to go to Kenneth. Might have had someone else open, but honestly, I didn't like it. I really didn't. Gain of about 6. Like, maybe if you take the shot to Metcalf, he has the leverage one-on-one, but it's not a freebie. And then throwing him more inside. Scene hadn't left yet. He could have easily jumped that with the speed he has. And Kenneth fighting will get the first down. They're doing an okay job breaking off the blocks a little bit there, but so far their tackling seems a little iffy. And I will admit that is nice fighting. That's a really good job by, I think it was Zedarius, containing the edge there. Not really letting us get to that spot. Forced us back inside. Quick throw to the outside. Metcalf pretty open. We'll get the first down and then some. Moving pretty nicely. Got the play action. Fant could be our guy. It's a late throw to Patterson. Kind of expected it. Probably should have taken Fant. I wanted to wait a little longer because I kind of thought that Metcalf was going to get open, and then the safety just picked him up like it was nothing. Read option. Let's see it. Nice. Cut it inside. Don't fumble, and that's what he does. Picked up by Minnesota. Got through. Was holding right bumper right before the second guy came in. And they're going to call it a fumble. I probably should have slid, but once again, using like our kind of previous knowledge, seeing, those types of plays, just taking the hit and not really worrying about it. Gain of 1, Dalvin Cook. Defense, I mean, they're not used to really being like in a deficit situation, but they're used to being very good, so I'm just ready for it. And there goes Nwosu. Quick throw right at the last second. Once again, this coverage is making it tough on pretty much everyone. Except for us, obviously. You know what I mean. Alexander going to try to go with the drop. And, yeah, there's no time like the present. I would love to see our guy actually step over there. Brooks needs to do better as Alexander's covering the whole field there. He can't even slide over to pick up a new player coming in. And, obviously, the pass rush, the biggest culprit on that one where there's no push. Adams to the outside. Huge hit! Fumble, the ball's still going. It's a benefit as Minnesota's going to gain a first down. I have never seen the ball go that crazy. I thought Casper was around. I'm not talking about the ghost. David. That ball was kicked around like a madman. Huge hit by Adams, just never seen him. Adams was standing there, but he just gets around the offensive lineman and just right then and there, bop. But it benefits them as they gain the first. I saw number 84 in a Vikings uniform, and I thought Randy Moss had just came and picked up the ball. I thought they were about to score. So I'll gladly allow it to be a first down, but I really thought it was going to be a lot more than that. There's really no one on a route, and he finds him. And Woolen gets there. Wow, the speed. Obviously, if you're them, you like to see that ball in there a little bit sooner, but that's pretty good. Is that? Okay, is Barnes blitzing? I thought it was Barnes versus Jefferson. Barnes is fast, but Jefferson's more than fast. And his own guy knocks him down. That is as clean as they come. That's not a penalty. Man, coverage. Going to go with Mafe this time. He's usually a pretty good player, but he's struggling because he's Going against a pretty good lineman. Can't get out there. Still can't get out there. And a little underneath. There's nobody on him. And a good try. Adams hitting him hard again. Woolen almost gets there. Kind of over-pursued it, actually. But that's going to be a first down. Who the hell was supposed to be covering him? I know the running back gets lost on a lot of those types of plays, but how? How are we not doing better there? Northcutt on the double. Trying to push through. Woolen. Nice hit to the knees. Going to gain about 7. This Vikings team is making it tough. Might need to blitz a little bit more. Or just in general. Alexander late. Going to the tight end. Can't get there. It's overthrown. Adams. It's going to slip away. The quarterback has an angle. He's not fast enough. Just like that. The defense turns it around and gives us the lead. Went for the bait late. The quarterback tried to adjust the throw to give his guy a better chance at it, but realistically, all said and done, pressure in his face and us jumping the ball was too much. It was a doomed play. Other than, him just throwing it to the ground last second, there was nothing that could have been done. This defense, I'm not trying to disrespect the LOB, but, better? Oh, my God. Brooks just fell. And he doesn't throw to him. I know we're in the vicinity, but, we're on the ground. The one time I mentioned it, we got a linebacker falling down. I'm sure Bobby Wagner did that a bunch, right? Just falling down on his own accord. Nice find to the outside. Jacoby's been pretty good at finding a little crease, finding a little spot to sink into, and they've gotten him a couple of first downs now, or gotten a couple first downs off of him, I should say. Let's just blitz Adams. We talking about blitzing more. Screw the help. Cornerback? We have to contain that edge. Adams can't get in there. Either can Dalvin, though, as we give up only 2 yards. Second quarter, offense is barely seen the field, to be honest. Had a nice drive, fumble with the quarterback, and then it's been defense all on the field ever since. Red not really winning his block shed. And he's off his spot, and he's just going to take the sack. Got 2 receivers in the same vicinity. I'm not really sure what's going on there. Bringing a little heat off the edge. Going to drop back with Alexander hard. We assume they're going to try to find something open. And that is an awful throw. That is just going to get him buried. Gains a few yards. Pressure seems to be doing well, in fairness now. Play action Patterson. Once again, their corners are faster than I expected, but they're still nowhere near as fast as our guys, obviously. And there goes Greer. Look at him go. That was filth. Got out of bounds. That was a nice little cut move on top of it. Did you see the acceleration? If you're one of those kind of little weasels, you could have even argued that was roughing the quarterback, but we aren't about that life. Uh-oh. Good job, Fant. Good job. It seems like someone has done their homework. The Vikings are like, you're not going to beat us at the read option, let me tell you that much. Got a couple of open players, but I can't hit the throw. Greer is so tired. Fant turns it into a nice gainer, though. I kind of expected to, run again, and as soon as I realized that his speed was gone, I was like, oh, no. Kind of want to run the ball here. I don't know if they get the stop, but that's all right. Inside, overthrown, but caught anyways. Nice strip attempts. Under pressure. Asamoah was all over that. But all over it or not, we still got the first down on a 3rd and 6. That would have been a huge play for them. We still probably try the field goal, but it's definitely not guaranteed. And here goes Kenneth. Barry Seen. Tried to. Gets about 8 on the run. Not bad. They keep trying to fake out the jet sweep, but why not just, actually do the jet sweep? Can we, do that? Also, Moore has really not gotten much action lately, has he? Use that speed to get the first and then some. Once again, almost like that run with Greer. Just kind of lulling them to sleep with the jog and then just gunning it, and they just never expect it. Metcalf to the corner. It's a tough throw, but it's kind of why you throw it to this side, because they won't expect it. Oh, my God. That could have been picked. Had a couple underneaths, but like I expected pre-snap, a Metcalf touchdown was there. He couldn't hit the throw, though. Not even... Forget hitting the throw. It wasn't even close. Read up. They're not reading the outside. Oh, yeah. Greer's tired still, isn't he? He wasn't really running that much. I kind of figured that maybe he regained it by then. All right, so note to self. Don't run more than 2 times. I suppose the whole team is tired. Look at the backups. That's a bad throw. Moore can't get back to the ball. That'll be a field goal. Defense, they're zooming as well. They're swarming. Say what you will. That Vikings team's relentless. They're giving us a run here. And, outside of that unfortunate pick 6 for them, Oh my, we're not even leading. We did force the pick six in fairness, but they also forced the fumble that we had, so. Oh, that looked like a false start from the backup tight end. Actually, I don't even know if that is the backup. To the outside, nice hit by Barnes once again. Jacoby Myers making things interesting for him on offense. So far, Jefferson has had nothing, whereas Jacoby's been open. Trying to bull rush, can't. Try to swat, couldn't. I just had to talk crap about Jefferson, didn't I? First down, Jefferson. The chains continue to move, of course. What do the chains continue? Does anyone know? Are they continuing their best-selling novel? First and 10, play action. They really don't want to run the ball, even though I felt like they were going to a lot this game. Barnes is a small guy, so let's not give that guy a freebie by trying to hit stick. Good teamwork. I don't know if that's actually a good thing, actually, now that I think about it. Oh, that's wide open. Yeah, we left the running back, but the pressure was on Alexander. All right, man coverage. See if we can get a rush with Red. Not going to happen, is it? Over the middle? Wow, there's two people open there. Milner. Oh! Number 89 making some plays there. Floyd, the youngster. One was on the wrong side, so I'm not even ready. Oh, that was good timing. I normally don't get a knockdown swat at the line, but that would have been it. That would have been it if we were just slightly over to the left. Have the last drive. Usually we're the ones at the ball last. Unless we punt it with like a sliver bit of time left. Outside of that, though. And that could be on us. We'll see. It's a 3rd and 1 as it stands. Oh, even worse. I thought it was PI. It's roughing the passer on Darius Red, who I will admit, even using him, have been kind of locked out. That interior has done well. I mean, it's really so far been the Nwosu or no one show. Gonna cover this side. He throws to the other side. Number 42 has been getting a bit of burn this drive for him. I think we're going to run a blitz, but we're going to keep Brooks playing. I wanted a bait. Oh, my Lord. Now I'm stuck on Red. And, yeah, there's nobody on him. Who is that? Is that Jamal in one-on-one? Okay, that's a little bit of a late hit. Jamal's like a boxer that gets knocked out, doesn't realize the fight has been called, and just starts fighting again. It's like, no, you're done. It's over. But I suppose that's irrelevant as it's tied up 10-all. Our ball, though, at half and before half, so did they score too soon? Especially with their kick return coverage. Both teams been struggling, but obviously Caldwell's a little more dangerous in open space. Giving him room to work is a little more dangerous. I'm just glad to have a competitive game. You know, it's weird to say. Oh my God, we barely got that out. And nice move. Do we stay? We stay in bounds. Damn, wasted a timeout, but I see two players tightly compact. If they were both separated, I probably don't take that, but tightly compact, I'm like, I'm taking this. Give me a chance. In some trouble. That's going to be a sack. They played pretty well. I did have the dump-offs, but the more yardage was just not there. I don't know about this play. This is interesting. Just talked about not wanting to take the underneaths. Oh, there's more. Huge opening. Great route. Down to the 23. They jumped the underneath to Fant, which I was going to throw, too. I was kind of thinking that was going to be the only route that was open. Great route on the inside. Moore sold that hard. It's a tough throw. Patterson. Perfect throw. Quick drive. Beautiful play. They have mixed it up well, but maybe shouldn't have mixed it up on that play. And we're bringing a bit of heat here. And it's going to work. I guess he called timeout just to see if we can get him to make a mistake, but I would imagine it's going to be a run, which it looks to be. 17-10, I mean, a closer game than expected. Definitely closer than expected, but still early. We don't know how this is going to shape up. We are leading, though, which is nice. Good job by the offense to get a scoring drive right at the end. It's a pretty similar stat line, but a little bit more turnoverage type of stuff. You know, less scoring drives from them, if you will. And it looks like KC is headed to the Super Bowl, so winner of this one has a tough task at hand. Sticking with the same game plan, we didn't really run the ball inside too much, but now with a lead, we can get a little bit more calm with the ball and actually start running the ball a little bit more, and then defending the short pass still is prime target number one. That's where they've wanted to go. Or at least that's where they've gone, and maybe they don't want to go that way, but that's where they've been kind of settling in with. And pretty decent blocks. Was deciding which way I wanted to go. I think there was more room to left, but it was going to take more to get there, so we took the right. They're pressing out, but they do have the safeties. I will say, if we were in a straight line with Metcalf, if Scene doesn't run right away, he probably gets burned. But I also like the run, and for good reason. That's another first down. Scene takes him down, but not until a first down. No safety help. Depends on how these guards play. And there goes Kenneth. Oh, Kenneth! Utilizing the speed. Look at the moves to the 19. Beautiful vision, great cutback, and just look at that man rumble. I mean, look at the moves. Oh, he's a beauty. The stadium would be shaken. Going to left, play action to the right, on the short side of the field. How could they ever see this coming? And that's a lot to ask for. Metcalf almost caught it. That ball was also almost picked. 23 is a little more aggressive. He may still be running. Let's stop overthinking things and just run the ball again. It's working, so hopefully this corner's in man and follows him. Why do they never follow him? Does anyone know? Kenneth's going to barely get back to the line. Metcalf to the end zone. Do I trust it? I don't know. We'll see. Oh, there's nobody on Patterson. Nobody on Patterson. Trying to hurdle down to the 1. Hurry to the line. Don't know what the hell they're doing there. Nobody on the inside. And that's a hurdle easily. Touchdown. I don't know what they just did. They should have called a timeout. They must not have been ready. I mean, I could see if you get beat from behind, right? Like it's, you know, we get in behind them, but 3 receivers on that side, there's nobody underneath. Easiest first down in the world, and then hurry up. You got to assume a hurry up in that situation is going to be another short play because it's at the 1, and they're backed up still. Easiest run ever. I don't even know what I was witnessing, but sure. All right, can't switch to the right guy at Oliver. Nice pushing. Brooks knocks it down and takes him down. Let's go with Milner. He probably needs the most coverage, most help, I suppose. It's man coverage. And what is Barnes doing? Who else but Jakobi Meyers, the MVP of this offense? I guess it was a wheel, in fairness, in man coverage. Just got burned on it, but I'm going to need you to do better. Try to contain the edge. I just got pushed hard. Good teamwork, though. Once again, they have nowhere to go on the ground. I don't blame them for not wanting to run the ball. Barnes one-on-one. There's no matchup that I can actually make to make like Woolen go against Meyers because he's not the best player. He's not the fastest player. He's nothing, really. And over the middle, there goes Bourne getting involved. It's everyone but Jefferson. I know you have a guy like Jefferson leading. Oh, he could have actually probably hit a touchdown if he waited. You know, leading the charge on the doubles and triples, but we're not really doing that. These other guys are just winning. But yeah, if he waits, that break on that route tech was nice. What happens with the safety? Maybe he steps up. I don't know, but looks like the safety was still backpedaling for some reason, thinking it was like a streak, I guess. I don't know why. From this point, you wouldn't think it's something across the field, right? Like, what is he doing? Barnes playing a little bit better on that wheel this time. But if he holds out for that play, I don't know what the offensive line situation is like. That's a touchdown. That's a huge touchdown as well because we obviously have gained the 2-possession lead. They have to score a touchdown on this drive. And there goes Red, finally satisfied with a tackle for a loss. Bringing some safeties down. Who are we covering? Okay, I don't know why Adams backed off. And that's a nice find as Milner's going to get beat. Nice tackle, but a first down yet again. Trying to mix it up a little bit. Don't want them to just automatically think they can sit back there and have fun. Bring a little bit of a blitz. Mafe, oof. Jefferson with Brooks on him. And over the middle, trying to strip, but we can't even reach him. Howard's speed misleading us this time. I thought I was going to get him and strip him, but he was just out of range. Still a lot of clock left in this one. Who freaking knows? Don't know if we even have the right personnel here. And there goes Marshall and company. Obviously, Woolen didn't give up his lane either. I don't know why they would run it again, but Red's ability probably lights up here. No, it's inside the 5. Oh, it's a pitch to the outside, and there goes Red, like we said, and a potential call for a holding. I almost like them in this situation, but at the same time, 4 yards is 4 yards. I'm going to accept it. I think 4 yards is still 4 yards no matter how you look at it, and you got to back a team up when they're at the goal line. I will say I don't know what Barnes is doing. He's playing the deep safety. What the hell? I'm not ready. And there goes the sack with Nwosu. I mean, as it stands, that seems like a good decision. Not sure why we're not protecting the end zone a little bit better than this. This almost feels like a Hail Mary look. Like, I don't really care for a field goal if I'm them. But they disagree, it seems. Well, I mean, unless your field goal kicker is crap, I would actually throw that if I was going for it. Otherwise, I would just take the shot. But they're going to go for a field goal down by 14. We'll see how this plays out. We have fumbled once, and their pressure's been good. You never know. Thrown while we're hitting and Pick six happens, I don't know, but with the clock situation, I'd probably go for it, but I do understand 4th and 13 is a lot. But with that same thought, even though the play did seem to go to the end zone for the most part, you would also think maybe just take the shot if you're going for the field goal there. But it is what it is. Caldwell on the return, maybe not the smartest return, but with the yardage they've given us, there goes the kicker bringing us down. You feel like you have to return it every time. And we were hesitant there when we got to the 28. Counterplay, who would expect it, although we're countering right into their best defender. And it works. Gained about 7. Right now, they don't have an answer for the run game. It looks like they won't have an answer on this one either, as we're going to get out there. Not by a lot, but we do try to stay in bounds. Not that it really matters, but first down again. Let's go Tanner left side. Don't want Walker to get injured or fumble because of being tired. Oh, my God. Look at Tanner! Holy crap, what a truck. That was a hell of a move, considering he was hit before he even got the ball almost. Kenneth on the inside zone. Nice cut, but didn't actually get off. He kind of latched onto his own lineman. 1K yards, but obviously that's 100 yards in the game. Not really my focus. I really respect Kendricks to get there, so I'm not going to... Is it Fant? Is that Fant? Oh, he caught it! I thought for a second it was picked. I thought it was swatted. I did not think he caught it. That was close. Oh, my. That could have been a pick six. The safety drove down on it. Let's see this one back. That was close. When I let go of it, I really didn't think it was close, but Scene is fast, and it is a 50-50 ball. If he puts his hands out there, that's probably picked. Fant kind of putting the team on his back on that one a little bit. Inside handoff. Kenneth, I mean, he's just so hard to bring down. Like, they almost seem afraid of him, too. They're like, I'm not going to go in there and attack him. Play action's so intriguing with Zedarius on him, but let's run it again. And Kenneth going to barely get back to the line. May even consider him out of the zone. They will, which is a little harsh in fairness, but got a bunch of different routes. This is a hard play to, like, kind of track. Not when he's that open. More easy. I mean, it was so quick. He got upfield. No one touched him. Caught it. Turned upfield. Fell down and still wasn't touched. I mean, the speed of that play was just insane. Zedarius is obviously very good, but I still like the motion. Let's see it. And there goes Moore. Staying in bounds, kind of. Not that once again he needs to or not, but gains 9.5. Who wouldn't love to? Kenneth to the right. Could cut back at any time. And really bad job on Scene, which will give us the first down. Honestly, if I'm them, I probably prefer that anyways. Fresh set of downs. This is your chance. But let me tell you, it needs to be their chance. Oh, Kenneth, good truck / stiff arm. I don't know who that was on that edge, but they saved a touchdown. They saved the game, really. To the right, got to cut back, and that's a really good job by 76 to limit us. 3rd and 11 now. I'm not really wasting the clock as much as I should either. I'm kind of just going through the motions here. You know, trying to get first down slowly, but also not letting that clock move, which is not a smart idea. 3rd and 11. Patterson gets it. First down. The clock continues to run. That was honestly my main route. I seen Walker instantly covered, and then I seen Patterson breaking. And, oh, a flag. This is a huge opportunity for them, assuming it's on us, which should be. Don't really like the RPO too much, but we'll keep it there just in case. Ran right into Booth, but had to get from 76. Tanner time. Mix it up a little bit. Once again, at this point, a field goal would put him in a really bad spot anyways with the clock wastage. Uh-oh, Tanner. They're not trying to do that, but it definitely benefit them in that case. And honestly, with the situation being almost impossible to get the first down because it's literally a touchdown, I think you played smart and don't throw a pick. The field goal is pretty big in this situation. In motion. Let's see what Moore can do. And don't fumble. Ooh, they kind of stood him up a little bit there. I think Hunter had a really good chance to pop that out. Didn't take it, but field goal. All right, so the defense of the Vikings obviously left a lot to be desired with their performance, but have still given their team more of a chance than most teams. You got to remember that 7 of our points are a pick 6. So 20 points allowed by that Vikings defense. I mean, you really would have loved their chances in this one, so we'll see, but the time it took for them to stop us there was pretty devastating. Obviously got a bunch of players back in man coverage over the middle. Who would have thought? Huge hit by Adams. They already forced one 15-yarder to start this. Now we drop into zone coverage because screw that. All right, Mafe, you want to do something today? I think I'm going to try to speed. We're offside? I actually didn't. I missed so hard. I didn't even know you could be offside as a pass rusher in this. They kind of like force you to stay on the line, though, because they don't want people like pulling their players off. Oh, that was a weird throw. What even happened there? Did it deflect? I actually have no idea what just happened there. That was so strange. Turns out it was just a little weird sidearm. Fair enough. Swim move not? There we go. No chance, right? Oh my! And he breaks the tackle on top of it. The buried wide receiver with the moss. Can't believe he took that. Swatted it and just allowed himself to get mossed. Is that an offensive lineman? Just anyone but him. He's open. He drops it. What is that? That's not even a trick play, dude. I'm going to stay over here because Jefferson's probably going to do some sort of zig. Oh, overran it. No one open. Underneath. Get over there. The offensive lineman. Is this a make-a-wish? Why is he getting the ball? Oh, my God. I'm not ready. All right, we're not ready. And picked! Barnes! We're headed to the Super Bowl! What are they doing? Look at Barnes. Look at Barnes. Oh, my. Kalen Barnes has had his ups and downs this game. Comes away with the biggest player of the game when they had even, you know, a chance. I wouldn't even call it a sliver. 130, all three timeouts, down by 7 is far from a sliver. 3-1 nickel blitz, bringing everyone in the line, pressing but dropping back. This offensive lineman again. Chambers almost got mossed again, this time by Jeff. Do I run commit just to crush their dreams? Oh, good play, but look at us. I like Troy Polamalu out there. 34-13, but it really never felt like that. It really didn't. Obviously, the pick six came right at the end, and they had a lot of opportunities to score, and they just failed to do so. This defense locked up. Both defenses were good, but our defense was just that much better. We had 2 pick sixes in the game. You take away those 2 pick sixes, and the game is completely different. But you can't take away what has happened. Rushing game, they had none. Passing game, we didn't really need to throw the ball much, and overall, we coasted with that defense, locking everything down. Team is back to the Super Bowl again. For a little bit there, I thought there was the Vikings had a chance, but they just blew an opportunity. And look at Dalvin Cook, 8 for 11 with a fumble. That is not professional stuff. That is pretty rough. Looking at the receiving, Myers was obviously their number 1. Patterson was our number 1. Did Jefferson, or not Jefferson? Yeah, Metcalf had 1 catch. Yikes. Fant at least got involved this week. Blocking, sack totals, and Wosu with 2.5, Alexander with 1, Brooks with 1, Hunter and Za'Darius combining for 1, which is kind of hard to do. And then the picks, Adams and Barnes, both for 6. How many yards was that? 106 for Kalen Barnes. What a player. What a player, what a guy. Got a couple upgrades I suppose we'll knock out. Pierre is an offensive lineman, but still, those guys are people too. They're important. 2 to run block power. Wow, his run block finesse sucks. I should have made me win agility, actually. And Wozu is actually a speed rusher. I don't know why I would have confused those two. And because, I'm actually going to try to go power rusher just to get him to 70+, and there's a chance at run block. Didn't happen, but block shedding. So now he's at least in the yellow for everything. So in case he wants to mix it up, he does have that opportunity and that option. And then Dixon, I actually feel good about a kick power upgrade happening. I feel really good about it. I lied. 2 to awareness. If that was 2 to freaking kick power, that would have been clutch. I've been 99, but yeah, that's going to be it for the division or the championship round. Definitely a better performance from Minnesota than Tampa gave, but still neither team able to crack the code, and we win yet again on our way to the Super Bowl against the Kansas City Chiefs. I suppose the Pro Bowl doesn't really matter because we can't actually see any of the players or anything like that for ourselves. Obviously, there's a lot of players that wouldn't be here. Ritter's an 87 overall, huh? That wouldn't be here if, our guys were able to play, but we're in a little bit of a more important game. Same with the Chiefs. But let's head over to that and see what overall they're rocking. 89 overall, so right on there with us. This could be a good one. Although we'll say Patrick Mahomes had a bad year, 27-14 for touchdown to pick ratio. Either way, we know what we have to do to win it. Dev-ups will be next episode as well, so if Greer got a dev-up, we'll have an X-Factor quarterback for a game. But that's pretty much going to be it. Hope you guys enjoy this one. The series will be over after next episode. It's crazy to think, but it's just the way it is. I don't know when I plan to upload this. Maybe Saturday again. We'll see. Maybe Friday. I don't know, but that's going to be it. If you guys enjoyed this one, maybe leave a like, subscribe if you're new. If you're not new, really appreciate your continued support on the channel. Follow me on Twitter, Jeromepkr. Second channel, Pkr Plays for non-Madden content. Should have been a Hogwarts Legacy episode yesterday. Speaking of series ending, that one's got like an extra episode remaining as well. So a few series ending here, if you will. We still have Steelers franchise, so if you guys have been enjoying that, maybe check that out. I probably would have uploaded that earlier today as well. Playoffs there too. And that's about it. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys come back for next video. But until next video, which is the dang Super Bowl, see ya!